looking at all those cards and reminiscing and reliving those episodes in my mind palace.
Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples, a channel of conversation and board games.
Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Today on the channel, we will be entering the Mind Palace. We will be entering Sherlock Case Connection. For one, I love the BBC Sherlock series. I absolutely loved it when it came out. I've watched it a few times since its original release. And when I saw this game from Lucky Duck Games, who make pretty good deduction, puzzle, mystery solving games, I was pretty excited. So we're going to dive into this one, let you know how things are in the final forecast. First, cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Sherlock Case Connection, a game for 2 to 4 players, looks like this. You have it set up with 4 different locations, which you'll be collecting different proof tokens as well as thread tokens. At the start of the game, each player will get a couple different lead cards, and they will pick one and discard the other. So let's just say I start with good old James Moriarty. He would be my lead card, and I will try to make connections to then score 3 victory points. How you do this? Well, each turn you will go to one specific location and take any 2 things. So I could go to this location, I could take a forensic proof and a cyber proof, or I could take 2 thread cards, or I could take 1 of each. You can't take 2 from any different locations, 2 from the same. So let's imagine that I go here and I take this thread card as well as this cyber proof token. At that point, I would put them and make a chain. As you see on the top of this card, it has the blue icon as well as the red icon. So I have to have a direct and an indirect connection to finish this top. So this and this match, those 2 cyberproof tokens or images match, and it's connected with this token. So as you can see, this side of this card has one of these forensic ones. So a future turn, maybe I pick this card and I would put it here, as well as I would take that. There, that card is now half done. As you can see, I have 1 direct, which is connected just directly to this lead card, as well as I have 1 indirect, which is the forensic one. And then I'd be working my way onto this side. Let's imagine with me, I get this and I get that, and then I also need now a cyber one. Well, you'll need to just find cards each time to figure that out. It doesn't look like, maybe I took this one instead and took this one, just for examples. There you go. Okay, so as you see, I have now finished this card because this has a witness proof directly connected to this Moriarty card, as well as a cyber proof indirectly to this card. At the end of that, I would then be able to score this 3 victory points at the end of the game, and all these things that I have, I can keep any 2 of them. Say I keep this and I keep this all gets discarded. I have these for my next lead. I take one, or I take I believe a couple of them, and then I pick and I keep going. So pretty much that is the game. I will say this, anytime there is exactly 2 or less things on any one of these locations, you refill all 4 locations. So that's pretty much all you're doing. On your turn, you're taking 2 things from one of the 4 locations, and you're trying to figure out these leads by matching up the icons, and then after you're matching up the icons, you're as well then matching up the tokens. So that's about it. Some of the cards, like this one, has a star on it. If you ever connect this directly to your lead, in this case it wouldn't be able to be done, but if, let's say, I had this one, I can connect that directly to my lead. I would get a universal token, and this is pretty much just a wild. Some of them will give you an extra victory point, and some of them will let you look at more lead cards. So that's pretty much in a nutshell how to play this game. Let's check out the final forecast. So, the final forecast: Sherlock Case Connection, a puzzle game set in the Sherlock universe for 2 to 4 players. As mentioned at the top of the video, I'm a big fan of the Sherlock BBC series, and I am a big fan of puzzle games. You bridge these together, and you do not sadly have a slam dunk whatsoever. I really did not enjoy this game. Why didn't I like this game? Well, Lucky Duck Games, they're widely known for the Chronicles of Crime series, a game series in which you are using QR code scanning technology to solve a mystery. That's like right up in the alley of the whole Sherlock theme, but they don't do that. Instead, they just have pictures from the episodes, which I will say that was my favorite part of the game, looking at all those cards and reminiscing and reliving those episodes in my mind palace. Okay, no, reliving those episodes and saying, oh man, that scene at the pool in season 1, man, that was amazing. That was such a good scene. Looking through those cards, that was my favorite part of the game. This is a puzzle game in which you're matching icons with different icons and putting a token in between. That's it. These could be like just white cards with stars and, you know, yellow swirls and whatever. There could be nothing else on these cards, and it would be the exact same game. The theme does absolutely nothing. It gives you something to think about when you're like looking at the episodes, or like whatever, just pictures. That's all it is. And I don't even feel that certain cards link to the same episode of the show, which that would have been cool if certain lead cards would link and have one direct like story for an episode, but all the episodes are all mixed up in all these cards, so it's not even thematic in that regard. You'll have turns where you'll be picking things. Nothing will help you. I get it. When you have 3 of the same color proof token, you can exchange it for a universal token, which then you will keep for the rest of the game because you will clearly take that token as one of your 2 things when you actually finish a lead card. But I've had a few games where I've had multiple turns picking things that did me no good. And so it was frustrating. It's a race, but sometimes you're going to get things that are like meaningless to you. Overall, I don't know. This game just wasn't that fun. And it's weird how this game came out 5 years after Sherlock ended. And I feel they could have used like 5 more years of development to actually make a better game. I will say also, I played it at the 2 and 3 player count. I've not played at the 4 player count because I want to keep my friends and I don't want to subject them to just mundane boringness. So overall, this is not fun. I did not enjoy this one at all. 40% chance of meeples, which makes me sad because I think people are going to see the Sherlock and they're going to see this a game for 2 to 4 players, and they're going to potentially dive in, and it's just not that engaging. It's not that fun. So it makes me sad. I wish it would have been better. 40% chance of meeples. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy the Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember to grab your umbrella because the forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.